Alright, myth number one. So many people playing golf think that the golf ball is scooped into the air. This represents the equator, this orange line right here. So what we're trying to show you is that when you actually make a good strike on the ball, which is up the club face 4 or 5 grooves, that spot hits below the equator. That's how the ball gets airborne. So that when you actually look and see how a club is made, here's the club sitting on the ground on its sole. And where is the shaft? The shaft is leaning towards the target, correct? Most people are trying to hit the ball with that scooping action, and therefore the shaft ends up behind the ball or further away from the target. So that's why we want to help people understand the best way to hit below the equator is to make sure the handle and the shaft is leaning towards the target at impact. Myth number 2, keeping your left arm straight. So when we strike a golf ball, particularly with driver, we want you to notice how, unlike the iron that has the handle ahead of the club head, that's how it was built, the driver has it very neutral. See how the shaft goes straight up to the body. It's not a head. That's natural. So when you go to strike a golf ball with the driver, people are trying to keep their left arm straight, and this keeps the club face open the whole time. So what you need to understand is the left arm will actually fold as you strike the ball. This is what releases the club head. So your left arm should actually be allowed to fold like this instead of keeping your left arm straight. That way you'll hit the ball far more effectively. Myth number 3. So many people feel as though they have to chip the ball with the same stroke as their putting stroke. So a putting stroke, of course, is more advantageous. The hands and wrists are pretty quiet. It's an arm and shoulder back and forth. When you chip, if we do that same thing, especially if I chip the ball in the rough, you'll see that the actual ball, if I put a T right here, represents the ball, I'm going to be coming in with the grass much too soon. So when we chip, we want to make sure that we actually hinge the hands a little bit in the backswing, like so. And that'll make the club come down a little bit more sharply, and you'll take the grass out of the equation that's behind the ball so that you'll clip the ball in the tee cleanly. So yes, putting, very little wrists and arms. And chipping, no, you want to have a little bit of wrist hinging in your backswing. Go get them.